Hi, everyone. I'm Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive,
Hi, and I'm Bree Swanson from Small Medium at Large LLC.
and we are back again with the latest bag of potato chips full of crystals that you just can't wait to hear about. I was putting together the list for crystals for emotional and mental health and spiritual well-being, and it just was so many to choose from. I was like, it's like potato chips. You can't eat just one. You can't even just eat one bag. So we've got like 8 bags of potato chips that we're going to gradually feed to you guys as we get on with the days and get through the holidays. But yeah, for anybody who's listening to this in the future, we are Christmas of 2024 season going right now. So I know a lot of people have things going on. So please feel free to enjoy these at your leisure. These are timeless treasures. And we just want to help you walk through and get comfortable and confident about what kind of crystals you can use for what kind of things you're going through. And just know that we're here for you. So
Yeah,
pretend we're holding hands and we'll walk it through it together.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I just wanted to quickly include this little, I guess, pre-disclaimer with, when we do talk about the actual disclaimer of like, the fact that we're not doctors, but beforehand, I wanted to, yes, obviously we're not, I don't have a med degree. Um, but yeah, Um, so just be careful. Don't put your crystals in water if you don't know what they do in water. Some of them dissolve, some of them become toxic. And some of them, you get the residue on your fingers, and we don't know what that does. Also, just do your research and know what they do, just in general, with if they even go into water. Just yeah, just do your research
Oh,
on all fronts. And then obviously never eat your crystals. I don't know who would do that, but just yeah, just don't.
some are good,
Um
and you can charge your water with crystals. Some are great in water, and they're good for certain things. But anyway, wash
yeah,
your hands after you handle them, and yeah, don't eat them.
yeah. And then obviously there's different cleansing methods. You could use sound, you can use selenite bowls, you could use smoke. There's so many ways to cleanse and purify your crystals without actually submerging them in water.
Put them in the moonlight. Full moon is great. I always like to do my crystals on the full moon. So that being said, yeah, we are not doctors, and these crystals are not intended to replace any kind of meds that you may be on for emotional or mental health things. They're to enhance the effects and to speed the recovery and to get things going in a positive direction to keep that momentum going. They will do all kinds of things, to lift you up and empower you and to help you release old wounds and different stuff. As we go through each one, you're just going to be amazed. And so I hope you enjoy it, and we're going to get started.
Yeah.
First one that we want to talk about is apophyllite. It promotes this really deep level of peace. And if you're doing meditation, it's really great, to get you in a really calm and meditative state, that alpha wave meditative state. Isn't that pretty? They're clear and they're white, and sometimes they have just a little incy bitsy bit of blue, but they're also good for dream recall. This particular specimen has been outside in my garden, and my dog dug a hole, so it's got a little bit of extra dirt in there right now. But anyway, it's a beautiful, usually four-faceted point, whereas a clear quartz crystal has like 7 facets in the point, so there's different ways to tell different crystals apart, and that's one way you can tell if you've got apophyllite, predominantly 4 points. But yeah, it's terrific. It's also good for like if you want to act in alignment with your integrity and your truth, it helps empower you to have confidence to do that and gaining in self-knowledge and kind of knowing where your moral compass is and what's true for you, what really resonates with you,
Mhm.
and so it can help you with greater self-expression and artistic creativity. The better you know yourself, the better you can express yourself, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how do you use it?
I like using it for different so I conduct different readings. So I do evidential mediumship, and then I also do guide-based readings. And I love this for especially for the guide readings, because it's like my guides having a conversation with your guides and then meeting in the middle and then going through and uh, kind of in a sense translating. Um, but yeah, really, really unique evidence always seems to come out, and the best foot forward is always set for the client. So it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really good for working with people too, who might need extra grace, challenging personalities, let's just say. Especially during the holidays, we all seem to have one or two of those type people in our life. And so apophyllite is a really nice, peaceful stone to kind of help keep us at a calm spot and a balanced spot.
Yeah.
So next we have green apophyllite. I don't have a sample of green apophyllite. It looks just like this one, but it's a pale green color, and it brings an atmosphere of joy into your heart, and it helps open your upper chakras, starting, with like your heart, your throat, your eyes, even your ears and your crown. It helps open that up and clears away like this. If you're fuzzy headed or if you're just unclear about how to handle something, it helps you see the truth. So it also then fosters the resulting growth from getting in touch with what's true for you. So it's really good stone. Yeah.
Mm.
And next,
What do we have next? Do we have
I have a
green?
cool aquamarine. It's aquamarine.
Yeah, aquamarine. I've got a little sample right here too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a terrific stone for letting go. It's releasing old baggage and maybe the ego roles that we've placed on ourselves. It's just really good from also moving through grief, calming anger, hysterics. If you have somebody who's prone to hysterics, this might be a good thing for them to carry in their pocket.
Mm-hmm. But it's a deeply spiritual stone, and it really helps us see that bigger picture of like what's going on.
And if we have a part, it also helps us see our part, or what part we play in repeating negative patterns in relationships. If you see a pattern, um, there's some truth to it. And this helps you kind of like see what's causing it so that you can let it go and move past it. Yeah. And then, oh, this is one of my favorites. I just love the way this thing looks. It's aragonite. So you can see it's like a little cluster. It's got, all these different facets. Each little cluster point is octagonal. I mean, it just looks like an explosion of geometry. And it's called a star cluster, aragonite star cluster. And it's really uplifting. It helps with your self-healing efforts, right? Any kind of emotional growth that you want to go through. This is a terrific stone to have by your pillow, to put by your dressing table, to leave on your desk at work. It's good for releasing attachments to, ego-based stuff, old drama, past drama that you're just ready to let go. And it encourages you to express yourself responsibly and with words through art, and other communication channels. So
Yeah.
do you have any aragonite?
I have actually never worked with it. But from the times that I have seen it and the times that I have like interacted with it at the store that I kind of pop in and do readings at, I can just tell there's just this self-expression aspect of it that's just so vibrant. It's like, here I am.
It's
And
got a
like,
zippy vibe, yeah. It
I'm
does.
giving you courage to be who you are and do it beautifully. So
Yeah,
I have
it does.
I have a little piece of like pink aragonite, like the little tumbled one. But yeah, I don't have a cluster like that. So that's cool. Yeah.
So it's a fun one. It's a fun one. So next we have astrophyllite. That's an interesting stone. It's not terribly uncommon, but a lot of people, at least where in the area where I am now, haven't really heard of it too much. Maybe because I'm from Houston, Texas originally, or that area, and they were called the Houston Astros. This is astrophyllite, so maybe that's why we see it a lot in Texas. It's a brown and black stone. with some gold in it. You can see there's a little bit of a quartzy glitter to it,
Oh.
but it's a really cool stone. It's the Know Thyself stone.
Mm.
It can help you to like accept your shadow side, because we all put our best foot forward when we're out there, right? But we all have our bad days and those aspects of ourselves, maybe a temper or jealousy or, those things that are part of us that we rather were not part of us and we try to push away and pretend we don't have. Well, this kind of helps you see that, the truth of the fact that they're there. And when we get to a place where we can accept all of ourselves, the good and the not so great, then we can acknowledge the shadow side and those parts of our shadow self that we do have, acknowledge the truth of them. And once you do, it's sort of like talking about the monster in your dream, right? Once you talk about the monster in your dream, it sort of takes the scary out of it. It's the same way with doing shadow work. Once you name it and claim it, then you can let it go and move past it. So ASTROPHYLLITE is really, really good for seeing and knowing yourself.
Hmm. It probably, like, I've never worked with it or heard it until until we've done this, but like, does it take it from the root chakra and like pull it all the way up?
It actually comes, yes, goes through all the chakras and all the energy points and meridians in your body. So yeah, it just works throughout your body. And
Yeah.
it's really good to just hold in meditation. I like to keep mine. I have a window by my kitchen. I'm always in the kitchen. Even though I don't cook, I'm always in the kitchen. And it's right there in the windowsill. And so it reminds me, know thyself.
Cool.
I like to put them where I can see them and remember what they're for and why they're in my life.
Yeah.
So that helps any of you, put them out, use them for home decor. My house is full of it. And
Yeah.
people always compliment on how the energy in the house feels. So it
Yeah.
has a benefit too. It helps your guests even feel at home and at ease.
Hmm. And I love how they all have stories, even about like how they come into your life and
Yeah, yeah. Like
that good
I
stuff.
found this one, and actually, I found this one when before I even moved to Florida. I found it in Tarpon Springs, this Aragonite, which is up by Clearwater on the Gulf side.
Oh,
But this Astrophyllite is awesome. Love it.
nice.
So, but let's move on to aventurine.
Green aventurine. So I got a little ball of it.
Yeah, cool. That's a pretty color one.
Yeah.
Comes in several shades. Mine's paler. It's got a little bit of the green in it, but the darker, rich green like you've got. But this is a common color of aventurine.
And this is a
And she's got
rough
that's
pink.
rough.
Yeah.
These are what's called tumbled. It's literally where they put them in a tumbler and roll them around for an hour to take the rough edges off so that you can carry it in your pocket or you can stick it in your bra if you've got that kind of pocket room. Though, it's easy. Tumbled
Yeah.
stones are a lot less painful.
And people like the smoothness of it, and some people can actually like, I mean, a lot of people can actually feel the energy being different because the energy is more centered and
Mhm.
together and rhythmic, instead of one of these guys, which is like the energy is a little sporadic and it's
Yeah,
like woo.
it's real and raw.
Yeah. And it even has that, because some people just don't like the texture. It's like, oh, like this is, uncomfortable to put in my purse or whatever. So they're just like, they have no interest in the rough pieces. But I mean, like something like this rough, I mean, I don't mind.
No, that's a
But
good thing to have. Not something you're going to put in your pocket anyway.
yeah, yeah.
Green aventurine is a very hopeful stone, though. It's a very positive. It gives you a feeling of optimism and joy. It's a really happy stone. It's one of the abundance and prosperity stones. In the Eastern cultures, they call it in a lot, similar to jade. They bring that in for health, wealth, prosperity. But it helps you to remain heart-centered and helps you kind of navigate emotional difficulties with a sense of peace, knowing that it's going to pass. It helps you kind of keep a realistic idea about what you're going through.
Yeah. And it's a great health and vitality stone too. I actually have this by the mirror in my bathroom and it just kind of chills there.
Yeah.
So when I'm getting ready, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
still doing it, still taking care of myself, still good reminder to that.
Yeah. And if you're releasing attachments to fears or past relationships and, you're moving forward past that, it helps you to embrace the change and the positive growth that you're experiencing as you go through letting that old stuff go that doesn't serve you anymore. And it's also good moving forward, once you've gotten to that point, you're releasing attachments to the outcomes. You can say your prayers or set your intentions and move forward through your day, knowing that however it turns out, it's for the highest good. And when you lose an attachment or let go of an attachment to making sure it turns out the way you want it to, life seems to go better. And it also seems to work out the way you want it to more.
Yeah.
More of the time.
And then setting intentions for crystals is just so fun anyway. And we definitely need to make a video on that.
Yeah, we should. We really should. There are so many different ways you can do it. Yeah, if you're not familiar with how to set intentions, leave us a comment in the video, and maybe we can get some ideas together and do a video for y'all on how to infuse your stones with your intention.
Yeah,
that would be a fun one.
Yeah.
So let's move on. I want to show everybody Bloodstone. We went over this one, I think, in the physical healing stone videos, but it's also really good for emotional uplifting to kind of keep you from feeling discouraged when you've got obstacles in your path. It's green, but it's got you can see the red in hers really well. It's got red in it, and that's why they call it Bloodstone. So it helps you with feeling self-sufficient and capable and believing in yourself, right?
Yeah. And there's such a like a wiseness associated with it. It's like you have always known better. And you're deeply protected, and you're deeply loved by the universe, and things are going to be okay. It's a nice pat on the back because we also got, it's very associated with the heart chakra and associated with the root chakra as well. So it gives that sense of stability and groundedness, but also heals your heart a bit too.
Yeah. If you want to feel connected to the creator, to the universe, she's got that on a necklace. Wear that against your heart. It really fortify and strengthen that connection to the divine. It's also good, for the big changes in life that we go through when we have like spiritual awakenings, or when we up level, there's always a little bit of an adjustment physically and emotionally, and sometimes in your 3D day-to-day life as you evolve spiritually and awaken to a new level of life or being. And this is really good for navigating through those transition times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have a little parade because I know Bree's got some awesome, we're going to talk about carnelians. I can't get too curious here. It's an orange stone, sacral chakra, really beautiful, helps you to take actions to manifest your dreams. But I want to show you this beautiful parade of color that Bree has got in all of her various carnelians. They're awesome.
Yeah. So this is one carnelian that I have, and look.
Isn't that pretty? It's got all the array of the colors of the carnelian.
It kind of looks like a finger, but that's okay. And then I've got this one, which is I call it like my protective one. And this one's got all these looks like bullet hole drusies in them.
Yeah. So is it like your bulletproof vest stone?
Yeah. It's taking all this stuff, it's taking away so many things for the good, It's kind of gives that effect of what bounces on her. It kind of bounces off of me and onto this, and then charge it, and it's all good to go. But it's protective. It's highly protective, and I feel like just out of the two of them, like they just tell their own story. And I just love how different they are from crystal to crystal. Yeah, and this one.
Really empowering stone. I just love that one. That's so cute.
Yeah, it's my palm. And
put pictures in it. But it's a really good one to help you embrace transformation and embrace change. And again, like take action to make your dream come true. It was in the physical healing stones thing too. It's got some great physical healing uses as well.
Yeah, Yeah. And then I feel like it has such a deep like a deep history as well. I believe it was on like a like breastplates as well.
Ancient times, yeah, and the
Yeah.
Roman breastplates, so the Egyptians use them. Yeah, they've been around for a long, long time as crystals and gemstones and protective stones. Yeah.
Hmm. But highly, highly creative. You know, you need to get something done, or you have an interview, or you've got something going on where you need your game face. Carnelian is definitely a good one.
The one, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's for this video, we will be back soon with more as we make our way through the alphabet. And we thank you for joining us and hope that if you're enjoying these videos that you hit like and subscribe so you'll be notified whenever the next ones come out. We're going to be posting them, one every 2 or 3 days. So you should be able to keep up and let us know if you have any questions.
Great. Thank
Okay.
you.